Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Today we're reacting to Penguin Zero, Moist Critical, um, with Logan Paul's response to CoffeeZilla. If you're not real familiar with it, CoffeeZilla just exposed with a 3-part series with Logan Paul about his crypto zoo scam thing. So I guess Logan Paul just responded, and Moist Critical just dropped a video on it. And Kavos did too, but I kind of like Penguin Zero. I like Moist Critical better. I always want to say Penguin Zero. But anyway, Moist Critical, I rather hear his voice than Kavos, actually. So, I was in the middle of editing another video and I fell asleep right here. I just woke up to a notification to this video. So I just kind of woke up from my keyboard and we're going to react to this. How about that? How you feel about that? I feel pretty damn good. How about you? Don't worry if I have any sleep in my eye. Don't worry about that. Or I have key crevices in the side of my face. Or drool. No time for the weary, huh? Gotta work. And so let's get right into this video. And here we go.
It's finally here. A response more hyped up than the Avatar sequel. Logan Paul is addressing the massive 3-part investigation conducted by CoffeeZilla, exposing CryptoZoo as a potential scam. Logan Paul was not too happy about that nomenclature, so he made a video
but he's not.
Pretty much doubling down on everything about CryptoZoo never being a scam, while admitting to hiring criminals for the team and trying to poke holes in CoffeeZilla's credibility, but without ever providing evidence for why CoffeeZilla's no longer credible. It's not the best response, but it was enough to win over a lot of people's trust somehow, even though Logan Paul never actually addresses any of Coffee's claims with the evidence Coffee provides. Instead, he fixates on a couple of small things, none of which actually contribute to disproving anything from CoffeeZilla's video series or his year-long investigation, and instead just kind of serves to assassinate CoffeeZilla's character, and then throws the condom on the floor and says he's taken CoffeeZilla to court. I'll see you in court, bub. He makes it clear that he will be pursuing legal action against Coffee for this investigation, so overall, very curious to see how this all plays out from here. I'm going to show you his response video as well as me going over it, because like I said, he never actually addresses any of the evidence-backed claims that CoffeeZilla provides from his investigation. He doesn't do anything to prove his innocence. All he does is talk about CryptoZoo's coming. I'll make sure of it. What's he going to give us? Well, so far it looks like he's given us just barely enough nutrients to survive. Like, I'm still hungry. CoffeeZilla released a 3-part series on an investigation that spanned the course of a year. Logan Paul gave us a 7-minute appetizer that he's trying to serve us as the entree. Like, come on, there's no meat on these bones here. Let's ride.
Hold on. Like, before we do, though, that's actually a pretty good picture of him. He looks stoned as fuck, though, in this frame, but it's a shame. He's a good-looking... I'd definitely ride that dick. So, I don't know. It's a shame. It's a damn shame.
There's no meat on these bones here. Let's ride.
All right, let's hear it.
I watched a 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While you're
I immediately already hate that start. CoffeeZilla's entire brand is all about exposing scams in the space. You yourself commended him for his work ethic and his, like, actual great content.
He texted
and you have
that.
Immediately wiped your ass with that phony
statement. He texted that.
What an awful start. We are 7 seconds into this, and it's already a terrible start. You've already exposed yourself for one lie already. You called yourself a fan and how Steven always gets it right. Until now. And now all of a sudden, it's all about views because of your name. Yucky.
for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions. Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm gonna be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see,
interesting. Because he gets like the whole story, even from the people he's exposing. He directly talked to like Amio Talio for Paradox Metaverse and stuff. I am curious which ones he's referring to. That's a bold statement. Do you have anything to back that up, Logan? Is that in here somewhere? Spoiler alert, no. This is just a plot thread with no closure here. He says that he's been making very real errors as he's morphed into more of a gossip channel, yet provides nothing to substantiate that claim. No evidence. He just says, he's getting things wrong now. Source? I made it the fuck up. Trust me, bro. That's the source. Like, that is laughable. You can't state that. You can't make that claim and have nothing to back it up. Besides this situation, which you're claiming is wrong, what else? You're saying that now, as he's gotten more popular, he's no longer impartial. He's more of a gossip channel that's completely fine with getting facts wrong. Can you show me something that proves that statement from you?
Yeah, you have to have facts to counteract.
Do you have anything, or are you just pulling it out of your asshole?
You see, CoffeeZilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some discrepancies that I caught.
Oh, that's such a big claim. Whoa, the legendary double fist into the butthole of wild claims with no evidence, huh, Logan? A bold maneuver. Now he says that he tried to work with law enforcement but was often deemed not anchored in truth or the work was speculative. Do you have anything to back that up anywhere? You making that statement piqued my interest, and I feel like I did more investigative work on me just being curious than you did for your whole response video, because I reached out to CoffeeZilla and talked about some of the claims here. And CoffeeZilla was as confused as everyone else when you talked about this one, about wanting to work with law enforcement. According to CoffeeZilla, he's never wanted to work with law enforcement, never has tried to, and in fact, the only time he's ever had any communication with law enforcement is when they approached him to hand over some of his evidence on a case. So I don't know where the fuck this is coming from.
Code fled to Switzerland and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for
like a good member of the Crypto Zoo
obstructing
team.
the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who we'll be calling Z here.
I guess, among many things, had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits.
Why is he on your team?
Why?
In fact, him omitting that detail makes you look a little more competent.
Yeah.
Now that I know you hired a fucking criminal to work on the project, I have even less faith in you to make good choices. This doesn't discredit anything. At all, actually.
Yeah, why would you?
This just makes you look worse.
Do you not like do your look? You got a lot of money, Logan. You have people that could do a little background checks. Look, you Hollywood type of people always love NDAs and background checks and having all that kind of extra little bullshit going on. But this time you don't do that. Oh, Jesus Christ, come on. This is expect this guy also recording a dead body in the Japanese forest, disrespectfully, mind you. Don't forget about that, mind you.
Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on?
Shut
If you're
up.
lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it. And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual?
That is what I was thinking.
I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and
Hey, who'd you learn that from, Logan? Which source did you learn that information from? Surely it wasn't Steven, since you're talking about how untruthful and how often speculative and wrong it is. So surely you didn't learn that information from Steven, right, Logan?
invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy. You seemed 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, Guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
Oh, it's just a picture.
And Shirley is...
So the project sucks. So it's nothing new like you proposed. It is just, again, JPEG on JPEG, and that's it. It's not a game. You're right, NFTs are all worthless pictures, but you were proposing a game. In fact, your friend was like, oh, you're not even talking about this like a project. This is like a game. And your exact words was, it's a game. It's a really, really fun game.
Yeah, really
but now
fun game.
You're saying it's just pictures, which is the point everyone was making. It's not a game. It's more just NFT JPEGs that are just stock images. You're contradicting your own sales pitch.
No shit. Who wrote this script that you're reading off a teleprompter or off some cue cards? Because you and your whole team are a bunch of dimwits.
So I don't know about this guy. This guy could very well be super untrustworthy. I'll take Logan's word for it here. These were interviews with alleged victims of the rug pull. Now, even if this guy, and I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt here, even if this guy is a very shady character, he could have still been scammed. It's not mutually exclusive, because he's not the only one. So among the thousands upon thousands of people you scammed, one of them happens to be a douchebag scammer as well.
Yeah.
That doesn't discredit the whole point, though. There was like 12 other people he interviewed as well, but even the non-interviewed people, there were tons of victims. Coffee used him as a spokesperson. No, he had like 12 other people there, and he just had his testimonial as part of it.
Right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then more like an internet criminal, post it online.
And it was interesting. It was like,
Crypto King Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole $1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, while myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
I repeat, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. And maybe we could have...
he's throwing it down!
Oh.
I guess to piggyback off that, why didn't you update the community on the project? Why didn't you talk to the community that brought all of this to light, who felt scammed for the last year and has lost tons and tons and tons of money on it? Why have you only ever sent 3 Discord messages, one of them right before posting this video? This is very easy to continue going back and forth with the finger pointing. If it's not a scam and you really are working on it, why the complete radio silence with your community? And even if he was, you can still say, hey, we're going through legal trouble, but we're still working on the game. We're not a scam. We're working on it. And what about the handmade asset, or the handmade art, which was proven to be stock photos? Is he going to address that? This is just too short to address all of the actual evidence that CoffeeZilla submitted.
I mean, no, it's 7 minutes. He did a 7-minute video. You can't really do too much within 7 minutes, especially how much bullshit that comes from him.
Talked about this. If you had reached out to me personally, not my manager Jeff, who is not me, Steven, but the first time you did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series, so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. That's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
Amen.
Oh,
damn, that was big.
Oh.
7 minutes of
bullshit
fury, but not a whole lot of evidence on specific claims, just more broader things. So you hired 2 criminals because you didn't do any amount of background research.
Yeah. No.
Why is there faith in CryptoZoo? Why should there be going forward?
Yeah.
How about here? It's coming. How? Have you replaced the 2 criminals? But yeah, he did just he posted in the Discord for the first time in a year right before releasing that. So he has 3 messages in the Discord. One of them was yo, and then the other one was I'm drunk or I'm sober right now. So he hasn't really been keeping the community up to date with what's going on, which is why for a year now everyone's felt like they've been scammed. 0 apologies, 0 addressing victims, and 0 accountability. Logan accuses me of not reaching out to him directly until December 24th, but doesn't mention I reached out over a year ago prior on Instagram. Not the optimal platform to get a response, but I also don't know how you're supposed to get in touch with someone like Logan Paul either if it's not through his manager. There's no direct means of communication that I know of. It was only after a year of not getting a response that he began calling his manager for answers about CryptoZoo and got comically stupid responses. So now you're admitting like you just didn't see it. Which, I mean, it's through Instagram. It's not optimal, but like, it's not hard to believe that he wouldn't know how to get in contact directly with you if it's not through your manager. That's the whole point of a manager.
Yeah, no shit.
He could have used Twitter. He's blocked on Twitter. Logan blocked him. Plus, Logan Paul's DMs are closed. I can't DM Logan Paul. No, I don't expect you to see every DM, which is why I reached out to your manager and explicitly said I was trying to reach you because I hadn't gotten a response. I mean, them's the receipts. I mean, yeah, Jeff read it. So, oof. What kind of people is Logan Paul hiring? Literal criminals.
Yeah.
He admits to it. He hired a fucking criminal. Well, 2 of them, actually. Well, 3 if you count Crypto King. 3 criminals. He had Eddie, the professional con man, who was just a blatant con man. I don't know how anyone on Logan Paul's team could hear this guy's story and think for a second he's real. He claimed to have won the fucking 2018 Super Bowl at the Philadelphia Eagles and claimed to be like a hacker responsible for AOL hacking. And also a CIA operative. And also works closely with billionaires and shit. Like, it takes minutes to deduce that this guy's probably not the real deal. And then, I don't know why he ever teamed up with Jake the Crypto King. That guy is just an actual serial scammer. I hope that he does talk more on Impulsive because, like I said, he didn't tackle specific claims with evidence such as all of the text messages and all of the actual statements from the group meetings that I believe Jake the Crypto King provided, where it showcased his, like, the whole team's motives behind the project as well as market manipulation and then everything falling apart behind the scenes. He doesn't tackle the handmade art assets being just blatantly false and provably wrong. Apparently, I didn't do the research myself, but from all the evidence, seems pretty cut and dry. He didn't tackle the actual specific claims on the project. He's going more big picture with it, but he focused in on some really small ones, I think. Again, this guy being a scammer and also getting scammed by CryptoZoo doesn't really prove a point other than this one guy is a piece of shit who also got scammed by my project. He lost money on it just like everyone else. You shouldn't have been in your video. And that's fair. Definitely not a good spokesperson giving testimonials if he's also not a good person. But it also doesn't discredit all of the true victims that are there. But he doesn't prove his innocence here either. This is still a project that should have no backers. He hired 3 fucking criminals to run it with him. There's no amount of background checking. There's no communication. Everyone did lose money on it. There is no reason that this should continue to exist. What he should do is apologize to everyone that lost money and just fucking refund their investments. Just eat shit on it and move on. If you want to continue to try and have a good reputation.
Can he afford to pay that much money back?
Even if it wasn't designed to be a scam, which, again, all of those group chat messages as well as everything provided from Jake, I believe, seems like from the beginning it was designed to just be a money-making exploit. But even if that wasn't the point, everyone did lose money on it. It is still in a non-functional state overall for the majority of your users. Do you think there is anything Logan can actually take legal action on? I don't think so. I don't see how he could, if I'm being honest. I don't really think there's anything necessarily defamatory about CoffeeZilla's video, and I don't think that's what he's going to go for. He's going to go for the unethical record. I think it is actually illegal to record a private phone call conversation. He's going to go for that angle, talking about an illegally recorded phone call with his manager. So if he is going for something legal, I think that's the angle he'll take because he does have a leg there. But as for defamatory, I don't think so, since it was part of just like an actual open investigation that was publicized.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Plus, I don't really think you're going to win as a crypto company that actually did have tons and tons and tons of victims that lost money on it.
Yeah, no shit.
Not in Texas. It's not illegal in Texas. Is that right?
What?
I didn't know that. Okay.
I love my state of Texas. I was born in Houston, Texas. But there's a lot of things I don't care about Houston, Texas. I'm not really surprised. I'm not going to go any further watching this. This is pretty much it. There's not much more we can go on. He's trying to deflect, basically. That's all he's trying to do. He's trying to deflect. I'm the innocent party here. Blah, blah, blah. Da, da, da. Well, if you're the innocent, so goddamn innocent, then you shouldn't be doing the hiring process because apparently you're not bright enough to not know who are bad actors and who are good actors to work with, especially if you want to build a business. Stupid. What are these tabs? These are not my... Are these moistcr1tikal tabs? My response to CoffeeZilla. Let's see. He was looking at CoffeeZilla on YouTube World Record, Lego is a tab. He's working at what? Legos. He's Lego World Records. Okay. Lego, any percent in. I don't know. He's looking at Lego shit. The paradox or boxing. Or docs. No, boxing. Deep Woken. Roblox. A Muck Runner, Devastation Invoker. Interesting. Lego. Boys and their toys. Anyway, I thought this was kind of a little bit interesting. I wanted to run this past you guys. What do you guys think about this? This is some hot mess on the internet. I was just seeing and I was like, let's check this out. Let's see if you guys are interested. Leave in the comments down below what you think about this. What do you think about Logan Paul and all this? Are you surprised? Are you not surprised? I'm not surprised. I hate to say, the only thing I'm kind of excited about for him, I was kind of like, because he joined WWE and he's doing really good in WWE. So that was the only reason why I was like, oh, hey, I'm kind of feeling him again. You know what I'm saying? After all that drama a few years back. And here's all this bullshit. He loves this. He wants. What is this? Is this straight boy thing that wants to? They always want to do this crypto shit. There is not one fag I know that wants to start opening the crypto shit. I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave it down in the comments down below. And